Okay, welcome back, guys. This is physics for grade 11, yeah, part 3, unit 5. The title says change of phase. Change of phase. In change of phase, first and foremost, we're gonna see what the matter. This is matter, yeah. So matter is anything that has mass and can occupy space. So guys, starting from now, if someone asks you that what is matter, matter is anything that has mass and can occupy space. This is matter ማለት አካል እዩ መጠን አካል ኣለዎ ቦታ ክሕዝ ዝኽእል ነገር እንታይ ይበሃል matter. So here the question is matter can exist in three states such as solid, liquid and gas. So matter can exist in three states, in three phases. So the term phase, look this, the term phase is used to describe the specific state of matter such as solid, liquid and gas. So the term phase is used to describe phase ማለት ያው it's a specific state, not solid, not liquid, not gas መግለጽ ይጠቅመና ማለት. So most substance can exist in three states. For example, if you take water, can exist as liquid state. Water can exist as solid state such as ice. And water can exist as gaseous state, for example as steam or water vapor. So most substance can exist in three states, as water can exist in three states: liquid as liquid state, as solid state such as ice, and as gaseous state such as steam or water vapor. Therefore matter is interchangeable. That is, matter can change from one another by adding or taking it from the object. So matter is interchangeable means it can physically water can change, or water, for example, if we take water as a liquid and then if we give it heat, it can change it to vapor or it can change it to steam. Even if you take water as a solid such as ice, the ice melts at 0 degrees Celsius. Therefore ice is considered as solid and it can be changed to liquid. So finally we can say that matter is interchangeable. That means water or matter can change from one to another by adding heat or by leaving or by taking heat from the object. That's it. This is all about matter. Okay, next. Okay, yes, nice. What is phase change? What is phase change? Look this one. Phase change. Phase, as I told you, phase is something used to describe the specific state of matter, liquid, solid or gas. So what does phase change mean? So phase change is the transition from one state to another, or phase transition. So this is the transition from one state to another. This is state, from one state to another, or phase transition. So phase change means phase transition. This is the transition from one state to another, the transition from liquid to gas, the transition from solid to gas. For example, we can take from solid to liquid, it is called melting. Liquid to gas, it is called evaporation. So such kind of change is called phase change. And especially just something amazing is from solid to gas. This is the direct change of from solid to gas is called sublimation. This is, we can take an example just like cigarette. If we burn cigarette directly, cigarette is considered as solid material or matter. So if you burn it, just it directly changes to gas. So such kind of process or such kind of phase change is called sublimation. Another thing, the heat energy absorbed or released by a substance during the change in its physical state that occurs without changing temperature is called latent heat. So latent heat ማለት something different from other heat energies, because the heat energy absorbed or released by substance during change of state, during the change from solid to liquid, during the change from liquid to vapor, keeping the temperature constant is called latent heat. So latent heat can be given as, or it is the product of the latent. This L stands for latent heat of fusion or vapor. If it is melting, it is called fusion. If it is evaporating, latent evaporation. Okay, ስለዚህ latent heat is given by latent heat of fusion or latent heat of vapor times the given mass. Okay, so finally, just here we can summarize that phase change is a transition from one state to another, or it is the phase transition. For instance, from solid to liquid is melting, from liquid to gas is evaporation, from solid to gas is sublimation. Okay, let's proceed to another page. Yeah, great. Okay, nice. Okay, sorry. Okay, look now. Temperature versus heat graph. So we got a graph here. The graph is called temperature against heat graph. So this graph shows temperature at which phase changes takes place. This graph shows temperature at which the phase changes takes place. Okay, consider this graph. The vertical one is considered as temperature in degrees Celsius, and this horizontal one is heat energy. So here, just let's consider everything in this graph. So this part is considered as solid. Look, this picture is these molecules are intermolecularly bonded, so this is a solid area, and then this is considered as the phase change takes place, or solid to liquid. Here there is phase change, which is here the process or the phase change is from solid to liquid. So from solid to liquid, if a solid changes to liquid, it is called melting, and then in the reverse, if liquid is changing to solid, it is called freezing. So if you go to this area is called what? This stage, or this state is liquid state. So the molecules are just like this. They simply they have gaps, not like the gases, but they can just move freely. But when it comes to the solid, they are bonded strong, they have strong intermolecular force. So, but relatively, those molecules can just move free. So this area or this place is called liquid state. So when it comes to this one, this is the phase change takes place from liquid to gas. So the process of changing from liquid to gas is called vaporization, and the reverse. In the reverse, if gas changes to liquid, it is called condensation. So this area is considered as gas area. As I told you before, this is the temperature. This increases. This considered as the vertical one, or the y-axis is considered as temperature, and this the horizontal, the x-axis, as heat energy. Therefore, this is a graph that shows temperature at which phase change takes place. So generally here there is solid changes to liquid, it's called melting, and then if liquid changes to solid, just as you can see, it is considered as freezing point. So this area is considered as liquid state, and then when liquid changes to gas, it's called vaporization, and when gas changes to liquid, it's considered as condensation. So generally we can see that this is considered as the solid, and this is the place where phase change takes place. This is considered as the liquid, and this is considered as phase change, which is from liquid to gas. So this is just the gas molecules, they're far apart, you know. Here the force inside gas molecules are very weak, because those particles or molecules can move freely. The force between those particles or molecules are what? They're very weak. So this is all about the temperature versus heat graph. The temperature versus heat graph. Finally, I would like to recommend the students just this is as example. So there are many processes, you know, that you need to know. What is crystallization in the sublimation, as I told you before. So this is all about the temperature versus heat graph. Okay, next let's move. Okay, now we're just with phase diagram. Okay, what is phase diagram, by the way? Phase diagram ማለት is the representation of physical state of substance under different conditions, temperature and pressure. Okay, so phase diagram. So phase diagram is the representation of physical substance under different conditions, under different temperature and pressure. So there are three major curves for boiling, freezing, melting, or fusion and sublimation on the phase diagram. So in the phase diagram there are three curves. There are boiling, freezing, or melting, or fusion, and sublimation. As I told you before, boiling means just water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So the process from liquid to gas is boiling. Freezing is the reverse one. When water or liquid freezes and changes to ice, it's called freezing. Or melting means the melting point. Yeah, when ice or solid thing changes to liquid, it's called melting. Fusion is just like melting. Sublimation is, as I told you before, the direct transmission from solid to gas. So we can consider this one. This is the phase diagram. So the y-axis is considered as pressure, and the x-axis is the temperature one. So we can see different states here, different curves here. So this curve is considered as the sublimation curve, and this is a triple point. What is triple point? Triple point is a point where the three states coexist together. Celestium. Look, this is solid phase, this is liquid phase, and this is the gaseous phase. So the three phases they meet here. So this is considered as the triple point. Celestium. Status ዝረኸቡላ ቦታ ያው ስናዓሉ temperature ናዓሉ pressure ወይ duration. ስለዚህ ግን in this diagram we can consider that. So this solid phase, this is fusion curve. Fusion curve means, yeah, fusion means the melting, yeah. The changing from solid to liquid is called, yeah, fusion. So there is critical pressure here. There is triple point. This one triple point. So yeah, we can have vaporization curve. Yeah, as I tell you, vaporization curve, fusion curve, sublimation curve. We can have different curves in phase diagram, as I told you before. And next to triple point, there is another keyword, which is critical point. So what is critical point? Critical point is the point where the pressure and the temperature meet. At that time, both the gas and the liquid changes to fluid. So here there is critical fluid. So fluid is a mixture of, or the combination of gas and liquid. ስለዚህ fluid ማለት ናይ liquid እና ናይ gas ሕዋስ እዩ። at the critical pressure ምስ ኾነ እዚ liquid እና እዚ gas ናታቶም መንነት ወይ ደሞ ናታቶም ካራክተር ሓዲጎም ናብ ካሊእ single point እዮም ዝቕየሱ fluid ይበሃል ማለት እዩ። fluid ይበሃል። ስለዚህ fluid happen ዝኾነላ ኣብ critical point ይኸውንላ ማለት እዩ። Okay, thank you. Next. Okay, continued. So as I told you before, there are key terms in phase diagram. Triple point. So triple point is a point at which the three lines on the pressure temperature converge or offering an equilibrium state, where the three states of phase, solid, liquid, and gas exist together or simultaneously. And then, for example, the single combination of pressure and temperature at which liquid water and the solid ice, water vapor can coexist in stable equilibrium. كم زنقركم ثلاثة أيام stable equilibrium كونهم ذكروا له point to triple point مال سلزي at temperature ناكل تنسى عن ثلاثة نتين حدش 600 Kelvin and partial vapor دما pressure of 610 حدي ناتو 6 باسكال أزخون زريد زغورلو باسكال بارامتر تي thermometer read زغورلو ياو to triple point happen خون لا مالتي. And next, critical point. Critical point occurs where critical temperature and critical pressure of substance meet. Above this point, minimum phase boundary ceases to exist. For water, the critical point is around 647 Kelvin and 22 megapascal. So question, guys. The last but not least, why does the melting point of ice get lower at higher pressures? Look, this is a question for you. Question 1. Why does the melting point of ice get lower when the pressure is higher? So this is for you guys. Please, as I told you, physics concept تردأكم وإذا ما دخلنا حسب تجنخم يو so نخلت محاستكم ونكبس حزنا جرزي شير جورلهم تمسرتوا نجرز تأيو تمرت physics مالت يا بتعمي interesting fascinating kind of subject again تايدلي postulate تايزبل to concept the powerful kind strategies اللي واحد تماري ناي فيزيكس كاميرا ناي فيزيكس ساينس ناي فيزيكس تحسسوا كردو تاكس يدلي سلازي just imagination مسرتها يوسف خونس راح صار سما فيزيكس imagine نوع على ما حسب وصل سلازي why does the melting point of ice gas صاحبنا بزوس خاصي من تاع melting point زقنس له تريزنسكي pressure na volume pressure توصل volume تاعهم يعني قنسي volume سلازم مزود تحسكم سكي ذات ياك زي بدم يجركم بتقرأ تملسوا سلازي next كاوزو قازو له portion قازلينا بتلين 10 خلفلي entrance examinations مش راح تنجي برينا سلازي نعم حاسسكم share like غورو حتى تعلموا وصحف لي كومنتات نفتعم thank you for you listening. Bye bye. I wish you good luck, my students, my fun.